Hey friends, I am Brittaney Badger. This is my husband Andrew Badger, and I am with eXp Realty right here in the city of Phoenix, Arizona. If you want to know everything about eating, living, playing in the city of Phoenix, Arizona, then make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way, anytime I come up with a new video, you'll get notified. Honestly, we get so many people calling or texting us, letting us know that they will be moving to the city of Phoenix, Arizona, and we absolutely love it. If you're even thinking about relocating, make sure you reach out to us. Make sure you call, text, email, however you want to get a hold of us, make sure you do. We got your back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona. So let's get into it. We did this video a little bit different this time. We recently got a new Tesla, and we filmed a little video or a little snippet on it only because I wanted to post it onto our social media accounts and to our family YouTube channel. So we thought that we would kind of talk about it here since it still involves living in Phoenix. So let's get into it. So, in the video, we kind of talked about how it felt to own a Tesla and what led us there.
Love electric vehicles. We happen to choose a Tesla as our choice of electric vehicles. There are many electric vehicles that are out there that you can choose from. We just happen to like Tesla, and driving a Tesla electric vehicle. But there are so many choices. We don't work for Tesla. We don't market for them. But this is just something that we want to share with you about our experience. Yeah.
We actually we wrote down 3 things to know before you purchase an electric vehicle.
And by the way, we got the vehicle. It's probably been, I think, about 3.5 weeks since we actually purchased the vehicle. And so far, it's my daily driver. I love it. That's my starting off point.
Hopefully I'll get one soon. But anyways, that's not what this is about.
We'll talk. That's a whole nother video. Car camera. We'll talk about it.
It's 2021, and I am positive you have heard by now that electric vehicles are the way to go. Not only are there federal, state, and local incentives to bring down the cost of buying or leasing an electric car, but they're also better for the environment. No gas, no maintenance are some of the advantages to owning an electric vehicle. So our first thought is, does the vehicle meet your needs?
Yeah, does it meet your needs? The first caveat I think that we can talk about with the vehicle meeting your needs is, first of all, electric vehicles, what makes them great is there's no engines to them, right? There's no engines to them,
which is absolutely crazy.
Or there's motors, but they're built differently. Most of them are built underneath the vehicle, so that leaves a lot of room, a lot of trunk space, and a new word which we've heard about, frunk, or your front trunk space. So for myself, I do a lot of driving. I have a lot of medical equipment that I hold in my car, so I have to have enough space to carry that stuff. And one of the things I wanted to do was also have my family be able to fit in the car, and find a model that I don't have to unload all my stuff at the end of the day or end of the week, and then the family can come in and we can drive it. It's something I wanted to do. We wanted to have it big enough to where I can do both.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Some of them you can't even fit a stroller in, that they're so small, and it's only for basically commuting for a solo person, or maybe someone that's going back and forth to school.
Yep.
So you definitely have to take a look at the model and also the make. Are there any huge differences?
In 2021, there are so many different companies now that are making electric vehicles. So you have a lot of choices. My advice to you would be to Google just electric vehicles. You'll see the top 10 different electric vehicles that are shown as the best vehicles in 2021.
Definitely to do your research.
Yeah. Those needs, that is really, really important. And for us, like I said, those were our needs from fitting the family in, and our my equipment for work and being able to go there. And then also, you know, range and so many different things. Does it meet our needs? And the Tesla Model S met our needs, and that's why we got it.
Yeah. Next, let's talk about the maintenance. The maintenance on the electric vehicle. What do you have to do?
The maintenance on the electric vehicle is interesting. There really is none.
That's what I loved about it, the no maintenance part.
That's what was beautiful about our vehicle. We with the Model S, or with electric vehicles in general, the only maintenance we have to do is adding windshield wiper fluid to the vehicle, and that is it. Of course, there's going to be, you know, stuff like, you know, things will go out. Things may go out. You may have like a door handle go out, and the Tesla Model S has electric door handles. So I have read that sometimes they go out, but I mean, I haven't had that issue. I haven't even seen the issue. I just read on it, but there's not much. Even braking, your brakes. One of the things with a gas vehicle, you know, you have your oil change, you have your braking system, you have to get your transmission flush, you got to get it tuned up, you got to change your spark plugs. Those are all things that you have to think about at one time or another. And I think that that's really important that you look into that. And for us, we're like, wow, that the expenses over a year actually add up. Yeah. They add up a lot when you're talking that, because if you drive a lot, those things are going to have to be changed more frequently. With the Tesla that we drive, like I said, no gas, no oil, no maintenance, no spark plugs, even the brakes. So our brakes that the system does have. And side note, you don't just want to go to any brake shop to get those tires worked on or your brakes worked on. There are special shops, there's special equipment needed. You can go to certain shops. It doesn't necessarily have to be Tesla, but you have to make sure they have the right equipment to work on your Tesla. But the braking system, the brakes only have to be changed when they need to be changed, and it's not often. The Tesla has something called regenerative braking, and I think most of the electric vehicles have that. That is where it breaks, I guess, the inertia or the force at which the car is going. When it slows down, it actually slows you down. And I have found that there's times I don't even press the brake till 1 or 2 miles an hour, you know, left. That's it. You know, I don't have to brake so fast or so frequent, and that just preserves your brake life. I talked to people who bought their car 5 years ago and still haven't changed the brakes. That's unheard of. So I'm excited about that part. I really am excited.
Yeah. Third, we have where and how will I charge the vehicle? So this was definitely one of my concerns. I wasn't exactly sure how we were going to get a charger here in this house. I wasn't sure if it was going to be, you know, outside of the house, inside of the house. Where are we going to store the car at? Because my car goes into the garage. But now that we have the Tesla, that goes inside of the garage because
of where our charger is located. Some people have their chargers where it's right at the front of the garage and they can stick the cord out of the garage and charge it. But for us, we did something a little bit different. Our dryer runs off of a 110 voltage, 110, and there happens to be a 220 outlet that we converted to 240, I believe. Yeah. And that is how we're able to run the wire from our laundry room to the garage to charge the vehicle. That has been actually a lifesaver. We didn't have to have a new charger installed in our garage, which that was huge.
And that's not saying that we won't decide to do that at a later date. Mm-hmm. Just right now, for our circumstances, we're okay with it being charged from that outlet because we're not using it.
Yeah.
Now, as far as driving back and forth to work, how does that go? Like, are you ever out on the streets of Phoenix and feel like you can't charge?
No. So one of the things what I've read about is there's some of the drivers get anxiety. I forgot what they call it. I think it's called electric vehicle charging anxiety. There's like an anxiety they get because you don't know if your range is going to meet the distance of where you're going. So, for instance, I travel. You know, I can go anywhere between 150 to 250 miles a day, depending on what hospital I'm at or where I'm going. And I think the thing that's a little bit nerve-wracking is my vehicle going to make that range? When you get your vehicle, you know, you don't want to charge it. You look at the range. Don't just judge what you're doing on that full range. Most of the vehicles that you get, they're gonna tell you the range is X or it's Y. It's 200 or 220 or 270, 300, whatever it is. you're never going to charge your vehicle 100%. That's one thing I didn't know, because there's something called battery degradation, where the battery will, the more you charge it to the maximum charge, the more you start to deplete the battery over time. So they only want you to charge it to about 90%, and that's about it. So you're not even getting the full range of what it stated in the original purchase. And that's one of the things I noticed. So I didn't know that till after I got the car. I had read something on it, but I wasn't really too sure what it meant, but that's what it means. And so now what I thought I was getting, I'm getting about 30 miles, 40 miles less. And that is something that's concerning, because it's something I thought about in the bigger picture. So remember that if you're getting a vehicle that, you're only going to charge it to 90% and count those miles in your overall. Now, the anxiety that can happen is that, do I have enough miles to get to and from the location of where I'm going, whether it's work, school, whatever it is? That is where you need to absolutely know what you're doing or why you're getting that vehicle. For the Tesla Model S that I got, I didn't get a brand new one. I got a used one, which I'm totally fine with. I'm not recommending you getting either or. The one that we got works for us. Now, one of the things that this vehicle had when it was originally purchased is the owner who got it bought everything, the premium connectivity, which is I get free streaming and music, and it's amazing. And I also get free supercharging. Wow. That is a game changer, because there's when you use an electric charging station, you are paying for it for the most part. There are some stations where they'll give you a free charge, or they'll give you a complimentary type charge, I believe. But for the most part, you're paying something for that charge. It's not as much as a tank of gas, but it is something that you're paying. Now, with the Tesla that I got, I get free supercharging at any Tesla charging station, which has been amazing, because when I'm at work, we have one not too far from here. I'm usually around the area when I'm working, and if I have that time on the way home or in between accounts, I'll stop and top off my car and fill it up, and that has been
is that why it takes you so long to get home?
that has been a huge lifesaver, and I've probably used it about maybe 4 or 5 times since we've gotten the vehicle. And they don't recommend charging it all the time on the supercharger station. Reason being is, those cars are, they're allotted to receive a certain amount of energy, and they talk about level 1, level 2, level 3 type chargers. Level 1, I believe, works off of a 110 voltage, very slow to get that. It's just a slow stream of electricity going into the car. It takes a long time to charge that at full capacity, days, and that's not something that's practical. A level 2 charger, which runs off of the 240 outlet that you can install at your house, now that charges the vehicle in a couple hours, which is great. That's more practical, right? You go through the day, you use your battery, you come home, you park it, you plug it in. The Tesla, I can set the timer to where it charges during peak hours. I'm not charged at hours where it's going to be more. It's more after hours. That's been pretty good. Now, the level 3 charger is what the Tesla station is, or some of the charging stations out there are. That charges the vehicle in a lot faster time period. Sometimes it takes 30 minutes to charge the car, depending on where it's at in range. Sometimes I'm like halfway there, or half a tank or half a charge left. It charges it up from there, and that it's pretty cool. I don't want it, but it's a very high. I don't even know what the voltage is, but it's a high amount of energy, and that's not always recommended. So don't just go supercharge it every single day. A couple times a week, I think you're okay. Even once every couple of days, you're fine.
And if you're thinking about getting a Tesla, make sure you click on the link below and use our code to get that Tesla, or to ask some.
We got a link for Tesla?
Questions. We do.
That's right. Check the link below.
So those were our 3 things to know before you go out and purchase an electric vehicle. I hope you guys enjoy this next video with a couple of snippets of the first day or two of us having the Tesla, and a little bit about it.
Electric vehicles are the wave of the future. It's something that, they're making it every year. They make the electric vehicle better, and it would do you some justice to do some research and find one that suits you. If not, hey, some people love gas. Nothing against gas vehicles. I don't know about you, but out here, gas is going up, and you're only going to pay more. So.
So we got a Tesla.
Yeah.
And Daddy is here trying to install an outlet for the garage and organize the garage so that we can fit the Tesla and my car inside. How do you feel about getting a new Tesla and installing an outlet?
You mean a new car?
First of all, no leaning against the car, please, thanks. I'm happy, excited about getting the car. There's a lot of things when you get a, especially electric vehicle, you have to do your research, know what you're putting together, know what you're working with. You're working with higher voltage, so I've worked with low voltage before. I've worked around high voltage. I don't want to play with it, so get as much help and outside expertise as possible. Matter of fact, just go with an expert, especially with high voltage, 220. That will kill you. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the opportunity to drive it and save on gas and just
Yes, definitely save on gas.
oil and all the maintenance. It's, driving out here in Arizona, I'm doing a lot of driving, upwards of 2,000 miles a month, sometimes more, sometimes 23, 24. So, on top of that, with our payment, we're just paying a lot of money. So I think that this is going to help save in the long run.
And he chose this model because he needed a lot of trunk space for all his equipment. How about we show the trunk space? Explain what just happened, what you just did.
Yes. So what I did was my garage didn't have a 220 volt outlet for the car to charge correctly. It was going off a 110. And those of you who have a Tesla or an electric vehicle know that that's going to slowly charge the 110 outlet. It said 24 plus hours before it hits to a charge. Dryers run off of 220 outlets, right? Our dryer runs off of 110 and it's gas, and it's really good. So we actually had a 220 outlet that was there for a gas dryer that wasn't being used. And I was like, whoa, that's actually something we could benefit from. That just happened to be, I think it's, we think it's a God thing, but it just happened to be that way.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be, because we would have had to install a whole new outlet in the garage. But what I did was I went to Home Depot, I got the correct outlet to the terminal, and it charges the car. It's now taking, my car's charging a lot faster now, which I'll take that all day long.
Is it possible for us to blow up right now while we're sitting in the car?
You're asking the wrong person. That much I do not believe so. I believe that Tesla has a lot of stop gaps and controls to stop. They've worked on this car for years, and the software just gets better. But I'm learning as I go. So if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. If I sound dumb, if I sound
I have a question. So is the car basically like a robot? So say like SOL stuff happened in the world. Is it possible for someone, the government, somebody to take control of this car and just drive it or direct it wherever?
Is it possible for Apple or Samsung to take over your phone and anything. I'm excited to go through this. Everything seems to fit. All of my work equipment seems to fit to where my back seats are still open. I've downsized a lot of what I had to fit in the vehicle. So we have our front trunk.
Was it called a frunk?
It's called a frunk. I know. You'll never hear me say it again after this. The front trunk, okay? The front trunk is it has some stuff in there, but we can store groceries in it. The back, we can still put groceries in it, and the kids can still get in, which they probably never.
You are thinking about installing an electrical outlet in your garage or anywhere. Consult with an electrician.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are thinking about doing anything with a Tesla, consult with Tesla.
Yeah.
But by no means are we employees or certified.
Yeah, I mean,
to do any of this.
Yeah, we're just taking you along our journey. This is our journey. This is what we're doing. This is what makes sense to us.
We're just documenting it.
This is what makes sense to us. This is how we're doing life, and we don't work for either one, any of those.
Yeah.
But we'll show you what we're doing while we're doing it. And if you guys are interested, there are other models, other electric vehicles where you can benefit. Really think about what you're doing, where you're going day to day.
So the next step is just to live and figure out the car and maybe do like a 30 or a 60-day update of new Tesla owners.
Yes.
It feels good. We've been talking about getting a Tesla for a long time now.
Long time. We test drove the X years ago.
When Elijah was just a baby.
4 years ago. Longer than that, 5 years ago, we test drove it. And it was it was on our list, and hey, we got the S. We'll take it.
Tap.
A nice one. Double tap. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to us.
Yep.
Obviously, real estate, reach out. Tesla, reach out to Tesla. I mean, questions about ours.
If you have questions about our experience, we would love to assist.
Yeah.
If you have technical questions, reach out to Tesla.
Please. I can't help you. I really can't. So.
Okay, bye, friends. Thank you for watching our little video, our little snippet. I hope you enjoyed it. And
nope.
And my kiddos want to say hello. Come on. This is Ellie.
And it's Elijah.
And Elijah. Is there anything that you guys want to say? What do you guys want to say about owning a Tesla?
I liked it because it do have the slamming doors, so I like slamming it. And I like the truck how it has.
It's slamming my doors. And
the Tesla where you window it has the back of it where we can open, and the truck opens really good. Nice. And it has the other cover thing.
Nice. What do you like about having a Tesla in Phoenix, Arizona, Elijah?
Well, I like it, but there's one thing I don't like about it.
What don't you like about it?
We cannot drink any water, no food.
In Daddy's car, there's no food, no water.
Well, you're not letting us, so you're joking.
Barely breathe.
Daddy.
Barely.
Daddy.